Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm KJ by the way, and as you can see in this video, we're just going to be having a little girl-to-girl chit-chat about fake friends, how to spot them, and how to deal with them. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Alright, so first tip, keep your eyes open. Okay, because in order to know that you have a fake friend on your hands, you first have to be able to spot one. Okay? Don't be overlooking the crap that they do, okay? Because let me tell you something about fake friends. They are all too obvious. It's not hard to figure out that somebody is about as two-faced and shady as it gets. Like, it's not hard at all. And honestly, sometimes they're so obvious you can be half asleep and still notice it, like for real. And by the way, we're using this Artistry pore cleansing mask. If y'all want to know more about that, I'll either put the link to my summer hygiene routine in the description, or I'll put it in the card somewhere. Next, the signs. Now, while your eyes are open, there are going to be a few common things that you notice with anybody. I don't care who you're talking about, whether it's Felicia, Sheila, whomever. There's going to be some common things that all of them do. Alright, like, are you hearing rumors? You know, the she said, you said, I said situation. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That oftentimes the one who's starting that crap, fake friend. Because first of all, they shouldn't be spreading no rumors about you, because if you have things that you want put out there, you'll put it out there. So the fact that they're disrespecting you and trying to ruin your reputation, no, fake friend. Real friend ain't gonna do that. Also, are you always mad at them? Like, you, don't get me wrong, you are not supposed to expect a friendship to just be smooth sailing all the time. Because guess what? You're dreaming. It won't be. However, if it's like always about something that the other person did, fake friend. Depending on what they're doing, to where you're always mad at them, chances are fake friend. At least that's been my experience. But also, you have to look at yourself too in the process. Because sometimes you think that, oh, it's always the other person, they always doing this, they always saying that. Do you play any part in that? Think about it. Like, I'm just gonna let y'all camp out on that. Do you play any part in causing the drama? Like, do you start some mess yourself? Be real with yourself. What you see in others often lies within yourself. So if you think so-and-so is fake, shady, always trying to play you, well, I mean, you might be too. Another thing you need to look out for is when other people act like they're mad at you and you've done nothing to them. You haven't done anything, you haven't said anything, they're just flaking on you. This happened to me once. I walked up to her in person, I was like, hey, and she barely wanted to speak to me. When the last time I saw her, we were on good terms. She just was not feeling me at all, for no reason. So that's another thing to keep in mind. If they're mad at you, and you were on good terms with them the last time you knew, fake friend. And y'all, if you see me looking down, that's because I'm looking at this menu right here. Pizza. Like, there's this pizza place that opened inside, yes, you heard me correctly, inside my grocery store, and I picked up a menu. Haven't had much time to look at it, but those that know me know I love pizza. Like, I love pizza. I don't think I'll ever stop loving pizza. I could live off of pizza and honestly not get tired of it. But my third tip, when it comes to fake friends, 3 strikes you out. Okay, now we all heard of the 3-strike rule, and honestly it works like a charm because it helps you set boundaries, okay? A line in the sand. X marks the spot. When you have a problem, each of those 3 times, communicate, okay? Communication has to be on point. It has to be on point, like how each other feels, why you did this, and why you said that, what triggered this and that. Like, just lay all your cards out on the table, okay? Make sure that you communicate, so that way y'all know, this makes me mad, this was not cool with me, right? Because maybe the mistake was that they just didn't know any better about you. Okay, let it be known, because the next time it happens, they really have no excuse. Keep in mind whether or not you're having the same problems. If you communicate, let your feelings be known, and afterwards, a little while later, somewhere down the line, you're still having the same problems, that means they didn't really care too much about what you said, and that's when it's considered strike 2 or strike 3. Keep communicating each of those times, though. Once you get to the 3rd strike and you've communicated twice about how you feel about certain things, and you got the same problem a 3rd time, bye. Tip number 4, don't harp on it. Once you decide that you are just completely done and over it, move on. Don't harp on it. Please don't. Okay? All you need to do from there is go on a deleting/blocking spree. Block them from social media. If they roasting you on social media, talking crap because they mad too, don't respond to it. Just block them. Unfriend them, block them, unfollow them. Whatever social media platform y'all are on, handle them, okay? Delete pictures. I did this. I cleaned out my phone. Any pictures of me and that person that were on my phone, delete. Delete. You just freeing up space on your phone anyway. You just clearing out your memory space to make room for, you know, some bomb selfies or pictures of you and friends that are actually real good friends. Okay? Also, if it's not as easy as I'm saying, if it's a little more difficult for you to do all of that, push through, do it anyway, and in the process, listen to some music that helps you get over it, right? Like, 2 songs you could listen to, I would say, are Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce, and listen to some Jhené Aiko, because honestly, she puts out some real music right there. It's real. But her song, BS, listen, it will help you get this move on attitude, and you will start going about your way. Also, keep your mind occupied. This is when you either go find a hobby to keep your mind busy, or you focus more on any hobbies you had previously. And just focus on you. Whatever makes you happy. Go on jogs, runs, walks, whatever, you know. Play with the dog, whatever. Do you. There's really no reason to be upset or disappointed about somebody cutting somebody off and out of your life. There's really no reason to be disappointed about that, whether it be an ex or a friend. And here's why. Some people, when they enter your life, you don't know this yet, but in retrospect, when they enter your life, they're not an addition, they're a subtraction. Why? Because they are taking away from your joy, they're taking away from your peace. So, in the cases of those people, when they leave, that's when they become an addition to your life, not a subtraction. They're an addition. Why? Because now that they're gone, you have regained your peace. You can now work on rebuilding your self-esteem. You can now go back to feeling safe and comfortable. You see where I'm going with this? Alright guys, now my 5th and final tip for dealing with your fake friends is this. Once you decide and they're in the process of letting them go completely, you need to think of all of them as Arnold Schwarzenegger. They'll be back. Okay? They will be back. Because you may be done with them, but they're not done with you. And when you're letting them go, I forgot to mention this. When you let them go, don't announce it. There's no need to announce it. And just let them look up and see that you're gone. Because the time you spend in announcing it, you could be spending, you know, kicking up some dust, making tracks. And if they ask you, oh, well, why didn't you, did you get my text? Like, why didn't you respond to my text? I've tried DMing you, all this and that. When they ask you about that, just fake like, oh, I didn't see it. Oh, I didn't notice it. This is my decision. I've made it. It's firm. It's fact, not fiction. We done. Okay? And like I said, back to what I said about thinking of all of them as Arnold Schwarzenegger. They do try and come back. Don't let them in. Don't. Under any circumstances. Do whatever you gotta do to not let them in. Ignore the text. Ignore the DMs. Okay? Dig a moat. Move to the country. Because, you know, you won't get no visitors out there anyway. That's too far. Right? Put some bars on the windows. Lock your doors. Fill the moat with water while you at it. Right? You have no reason to feel bad about it. Don't apologize. This is your decision for the betterment of your life and the maintenance of your sanity. Alright guys, that is it for this girl talk on how to deal with your fake friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I definitely enjoyed making it. So please let me know in the comments what other topics you guys want me to do girl talks on. And subscribe so you can be notified as to when I post those other girl talks. Also follow me on Instagram at Katherine James. And in the meantime, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye y'all.